going? So everybody's energy up? Are you learning a lot? Woo! All right. So a couple quick questions for you. How many of you guys use video in your business right now? Raise your hand. Quite a few. Awesome. I'm dealing with a really, really sophisticated room. Usually when I'm talking to people, there's only a few hands that are legitimately using it. How many of you use video more than once a week? Wow. Okay, see you later. Just kidding. Okay, so I'm going to start by telling you a quick story about how video became a bigger part of my business. And then I'm going to translate it. How many of you wish that you could generate more leads and recruit more talent to your teams? You guys are awake. Awesome. Okay, so picture this. How many of you have attended a Tony Robbins event? Quite a few. Wow, you guys are amazing. I love this group. So my husband and I traveled with Tony Robbins with our first child for a year. And it'd been a while since I seen him. We were in the audience, and we were really pumped to go meet with Gary Vaynerchuk afterwards for dinner. And we get a text, and imagine going to meet Gary, it's expensive, right? It's like $15,000. It was a lot of money. And we were really, really hoping to get a ton of value out of it. But it was like, what are we going to do to make it worth it? So we're sitting there watching Tony, and we get a text, hey, we're really sorry. We sent you the wrong information. The dinner with Gary started 30 minutes ago. So we're thinking, like immediately, I move into victim mode. Can any of you relate? I get the text, and I'm like, oh, we spent so much money. This sucks. What's going to happen from here? And then I thought for a moment, I look up, and there's Tony, who's one of my idols in the world. I love him. And he's talking about how suffering is something that you can't let yourself do for very long, right? And I think, well, he's brilliant, and I'm suffering right now over something that I don't even know what the outcome will be. So I said to my husband and the two people that were coming with us to this dinner, and it was a group dinner, hold on, let's deal with that. So I text the person, have a call, and suggest that we go on the jet with Gary home, and then we could just have our conversation and chat with him, and we'd figure out how to get back. How many of you would like to go on a private jet with Gary V? Like, what? Could that actually happen, right? So the lady was like, I like the way you think. I said, I'm not willing to leave early and not listen to Tony because it's really important to me. So it was a conflicting goal, right? So what ended up happening, they said, he's actually flying commercial, Gary, and there's no seats left on the plane, but you guys can have a private meeting and you can talk to him. And so he came and met us at a hotel, and we had a very intimate conversation with him, which if you guys, how many of you guys have seen me online before? Not very many. Okay, so if you're interested in watching that chat, I'm actually going to give you the opportunity to learn from Gary exactly the way that I did, and it changed my life and business moving forward. So we were already #1 in the Virginia, Maryland, and DC market, and we were able to triple our business. So in December, how many of you guys feel like December, not the best month, right? We did 51 million in volume in the month of December last year, which was 3 times what we've ever done in a month before. It's pretty crazy, right? So let the journey of video begin. But before we talk about today, I want to take you back. How many of you struggle with video because there's times that you feel embarrassed, or what's a reason that you wouldn't do video? Be honest, tell me.
My
Accent, love it. What else?
Self-image.
What?
Self-image.
Self-image, good one. Over here is a little quiet. What do you guys got? So like self-conscious? Yeah.
You're
Comparing yourself to others? Okay, so this is a great one. It's never good enough. How many of you can relate to that? You shoot a video and then you watch it and we're gonna deal with that today, okay? So this is really embarrassing and I'm subjecting myself to utter embarrassment to help you guys. So here we go. We're right off the Boston Metro here and we have completely renovated this home. I have to say, this is one of my favorite. You have a big open kitchen here. What is that called? I don't even know. The bathroom, the way it's set up, and you have your washer dryer. This is a full size, very nice. You can take a look over here. You have a great open space outside of your window. My team and I wanted to throw an excellent party to show our clients our appreciation. Again, just give me a call on my cell phone directly. So you have that as a major, major advantage in this building. Now, let's take a look at the family room today on this tour. You have an extra tall vanity here with lots of storage. So if you're how many of you feel like it can't get much worse than that? Perpetually saying had a lot of bad hair days. Ladies, can anyone relate to being worried about your hair when you're on video? And then you look at it and it's like flying in your eyes, and we have it harder than the men. Oh, let's just hope this comes on back. Okay. So, what I learned from Gary and what changed my life is when he said, Keri, you need to be the mayor of your town. Instead of competing with other real estate agents, you actually need to compete with the media. Because if you have people's attention at different points in the cycle, whether they're looking to buy or not buy, you're going to truly dominate your market. Does that make sense to you guys? So I'm not going to try and play this video, but I'm going to walk you through an example, and I promise that I will share the video later. I just don't want to have it not sync up correctly. So basically what was happening when we decided to go back and execute the strategy of being the mayor of our town, and we knew we needed to be competing with the media and talking about things people were actually interested in, we wanted to explode that effort. And so we found a local blog and they said, well, Keri, there's one problem. We already have a real estate agent, and so you can't talk about real estate. What do you think I said? No problem. I'll talk about other things. So their real estate guy pays a lot more money to be the real estate guy of the blog. And what's fascinating, if you look here, he would do all these articles on real estate, and I'm going to send you this in an email if you're interested in watching it. How many of you would like to see how we actually execute on this strategy? Okay. So he got 0 views and 1 comment on his real estate video. The same week, we did one about dockless scooters. How many of you guys have scooters in your town? So in our town, it was really controversial, and we're in the Washington, D.C. area. And what happened when this went live, we got 6,542 views and 131 comments. So would you rather be the real estate guy or the mayor of our town? Because some of those people that are getting to know us, yes, you're right, they're not looking to buy or sell now, but will they know us in the future when they are ready by engaging them this way instead of talking about something that a lot of people don't care about? Even the people who are buying and selling, are they engaging in his content? No, they're not. Because that's not where they're going for information in the moment. Okay, so if you guys want to see this number, 703, take out your cell phones, 420, this is how I'm gonna send you all of the information. 5494. You're gonna get access to those 2 videos I couldn't show you. And then I'm also gonna send some more video examples that we've used in our strategy. Because a lot of people are starting to do video and they're trying to figure it out, but they don't know how to actually turn that into money. Can any of you relate to this? So for us, tripling our business, we did over 1 million GCI in the month of December. How many of you would want to do 1 million GCI? Right? It's a no-brainer. So then, let me ask you this. How many of you are at a point now where you're looking to hire your first assistant? And how many of you already have a team? Want to get a sense of the room. And how many of you are solo agents and you're good being solo agents? So half of you, I don't know what you are, I feel very confused. I'm asking because I actually want to know. So show of hands again, please stay with me because the way I take the presentation is going to depend on who I'm talking to. How many of you actually want to hire your first assistant? Quite a few. And how many of you are looking to scale beyond that? Okay, fabulous. So I'm going to show you the second video, assuming this decides to work. So one of the things that we believe has changed with our Be the Mayor of Your Town strategy is we're also able to recruit really talented people because we've become magnetic to them. They're seeing us everywhere, and they're learning about us in non-traditional videos. And again, if you text the number, I'm going to pass out a flyer at the end so you have it in case you missed it. We're going to send you an example of one video we did. One video got over 17,000 views. 17,000. For me, that was a lot. I used to feel good when I got like 25 views. Can any of you relate to that? Right? I think that's actually one of the reasons people don't do video because they don't know how to get it in front of the right audiences. And my friend, how many of you guys know Billy Jean? He's speaking tomorrow. He's going to talk to you guys about how to take your video and get it in front of the right audience. For us, we just do a very simple video where we're interviewing someone on our team who is in the position or who knows about the position. So if you don't have a big team, you could have someone interview you about what's important to you in your assistant or in your ISA or in your next hire. That's one strategy. It's really easy. All you need is an iPhone. Right? You don't need to overcomplicate it. You can sit there with an iPhone and have a conversation about who's going to fail, who's going to succeed, why they should be attracted to your team. Is that something all of you can do if you're looking to hire one person? Okay, this video is going to be one of the videos that I send you.
I started with the Keri Shull team about 2 months ago. They have all the tools you need to grow your business. They have all the expertise you need to grow your business. And it's a great team-based environment.
The reason I joined the team was to just expand my business. And since being here, my business has grown tremendously, and I've only been here for a couple months. There's a lot of people here that I sincerely enjoy. You just know that you're going to succeed if you're on this team.
Explain the terrain.
It was wet and unfair. Wet and unfair. I don't feel like I'm working a day in my life.
Rather than being a solo agent out on your own, there's a lot of support being on the Keri Shull team.
I honestly could not be any more excited for this opportunity. It's pretty much changed my life in many ways. Not many companies offer the same thing where they will train you from, beginning to end.
Definitely recommend anybody that wants to join this team, give it a try and join the family.
Join us!
Does this hand look weird? Are you getting this hand?
Yes, I'm getting the hand.
No, I don't want that. Okay, well.
my name is Amy. Well, hold on. Sorry, I just got married and I was about to say my old name.
I can't do it.
Just when you're ready.
Friend, please stand on the side. Please don't record.
Keri Shull, team number 1.
Hey, how you doing? I'm Dustin Brown. If you want to play pool, come by. We're in Potomac Station. See you.
All right.
Not shady.
This is an example. We're at a pool party. We're talking about a little bit about our culture, and then this is the really important thing that we did in this example. We used social proof. So all of our new agents, we talked about their results in their first 3 months on our team. That's a strategy any of you that are looking to hire can use, right? So as long as you're creating a lot of success for your team, which I'm sure all of you are, because you're doing high-level thinking, that's why you're here. We have different examples. We have people who closed $1 million deal that had never done it before. We have someone who ratified 6 contracts in their first 60 days. So this video goes over all of that success, and at the end, we invite other people to join us. Okay, so now we're going to talk about what all of you are capable of. I have $100 here. Who wants it? Come on up. $100. He's looking at me like, do I have to give it back? No. So this is all about what you're capable of. Some of you stop short of taking action when it's something that scares you. And we talked about a bunch of reasons why video scares you, right? Now, I know some faces in the room are doing a lot of video. But the key is just getting over the nerves and executing, and once you do that, it's really not that bad. Are you guys with me? So the reason that I decided to give away $100 was to make sure you're paying attention, but also to show you that taking action on video is just not that hard. So this is a simple script that you can use if you're trying to get more buyers and sellers in your community to pay attention to a live that you're doing, okay? So how many of you guys have done FaceTime Live before? Awesome, because we're gonna do it right now as a group, and you're gonna use each other as social proof. So your cell phones. Got them? Okay. I want you to go into the live screen. I have mine right here. And what you're going to do is type a little message. And I'm going to play this. This particular video, if it works, it may not. But it got over 2,100 views and 30 shares. And I did this in the morning, and this was by around 1 o'clock. How many of you would like that if it was getting people to call you because you have access to off-market properties? Would that be helpful? Yeah. Would you like to create those results right now? Yes. Thank you, Sam. Thank you. Okay. I'm going to just take a chance and see whether this will work. Sweet. Well, the one thing I am not is technologically savvy, apparently. Okay, so we're going to take out our phones. In the message, you know how it says add a description? I want to see you all doing this with me because it will make a difference and it's not hard. I want you to write a quick message that goes with the scripting here. There we go. So you can just say something in your description like, are you looking for access to homes that you don't need to compete with other buyers? Very, very simple. So type that message now. And part of the reason this is so important is because this gentleman in the front took action and he got $100. But what if it was $10,000? Yeah, I will. What if it was $1 million? What if it was $100 million? this is what this is about. Because really dominating the strategy and being the mayor of your town, if I already had a business that was doing hundreds of transactions and I was able to triple it, what could that mean for all of you? What could that mean for your income and the potential that you have in your business if you actually decided to execute on this? So share with me, if you will, if you had income coming in because you were the mayor of your town, what would it change in your lives? Someone from over here. Something that you're looking to accomplish in life that if you had unlimited leads coming in because you actually executed on this strategy, what would it mean? Giving back. You're able to give back. And what's a cause you care about? Children. So if you could change one child's life or hundreds of child's life, it would be worth it? Okay. What about over here? One example of something it would change in your life if you didn't ever have to worry about leads again.
Buy more investment property.
More investment property, which would lead to having income coming in every month and never needing to worry about money again, right? So being financially free, living life completely on your terms. Okay, middle, help me out. Retire sooner. So freedom of time. So we're talking about freedom of money, freedom of time, being able to contribute to the world. Are these all causes that would make a difference for you guys? Would it change the way you handle a buyer when they're unrealistic, or they're a pain in the ass, or they don't appreciate you? Or a seller who wants $100,000 more than their property is worth? Would it change the way you all handle that situation? Big time. Okay, so you didn't get to see the video, so we're gonna make this really simple. All you're gonna say is to the people once you have that message, hi, I'm here at an event with the top agents in the country. And then you're gonna pause and you're gonna scroll around so people can see each other. And you're gonna say, today I'm here to work on getting you access to properties that are not on the market. Because is it true that you can all collaborate? You have people that are moving to all different states. You have different opportunities that purely by being here, you can get them from each other and you can learn from each other how to access more of them, right? And when you have off-market properties, I mean, what do buyers really want? The house. And so in many of your markets, it's competitive and they can't get it. And what do sellers really want? The buyers. Right? So if you learn the way the buyer thinks, the way the seller thinks, and what their core problem is, all of your scripting and all of your videos is pretty simple. You don't have to think that much about it. I'm gonna get you access to a house that other people can't, right? Are all of you capable of getting people access to houses not on the market? Yes. Are you sure? Yes. Do you talk about it? Yes. Do you? Consistently, online, where people are watching you? Okay, there we go. We got an honest one in the bunch. Thank you. So what I find is that a lot of agents don't. They don't talk about it because they have fear. One of the things they fear is, but what if I can't find the off-market property that's specific to what my client wants? Is that a real fear? Yes. Okay. And what are some strategies that you can use to find the off-market property? Really quick. I just want you to throw them out there to reassure yourself that you can do this and it's actually authentic to something you can produce. So how do you find off-market properties for your clients? Zillow, make me move. Love it. Who else has an answer?
Search distressed or foreclosed properties on your MLS.
Distressed or foreclosed properties? Expired listings, withdrawn and for sale by owner as well. Ooh, say that again.
Use and collaborate your power with your title company and have them run a reverse prospect search in a zip code or subdivision
Love it. That is an awesome one. Door knocking, thank you. Everyone can door knock, right? What else? Network with other top producers, absolutely. So go out and talk to sellers. How do you get in touch with them to let them know you have a buyer that's interested? Circle prospect. Boost your zip code ads. Someone said something over here.
Take them with you.
What?
Take your buyers with you, the ones that are ready to go.
Oh, take the buyer with you. Okay, like it. So what about letter drops?
Handwritten letters.
Handwritten letters, huge. Are you guys getting, oh, I forgot one. I love this. Properties where you can see that the rent, they rented the property a year earlier and a little bit. We do a lot of business by contacting the owner of a property when we know they rented it out 8 months earlier, 9 months earlier, and so the lease is going to be coming to an end, right? That's a really, really good one because they're usually making that decision if their tenant's moving out, do we want to continue doing this? Or if something broke in the house last month. I have a rental property that we just had to replace a pipe, and it's like, if any of you guys have really unfavorable laws for landlords, here's a really good one too. You can see in the District of Columbia if someone had to take their tenant to court. There's a list. How many of those people are ready to get out when they just went through the eviction process, right? So are you all pretty confident that you can get access to homes that are not on the market? Yes? We feeling good, confident? Did you learn at least one strategy from other people in the room today? Yes. Okay, then you're also being authentic in saying that you're collaborating with agents across the country to be able to bring off-market properties. You guys with me? Okay, cell phones in hand, I want you to stand up. Now, if you're grumbling to your neighbor and you're saying, why is she doing this? I'm not going to do it, I'm going to fake it. Any of those things, remember what I said, $100, $10,000, $1 million. It's the same principle, it's about taking action, right? I'm going to go live with you, and I hope that the internet will work, okay? So you guys have your description in there. You're going to introduce yourself. So start with the hook. Are you tired of searching for homes and not finding what you want? And you say it in your own words. This isn't a script. You just say, the hook is, hey, do you have a problem? Then you're going to introduce yourself and your company. And then you're going to show everybody and say, I'm collaborating with top agents around the country to be able to give you access to homes that aren't on the market. And then you're going to have them take action. If you're looking to save money and time in your purchasing process, all you need to do is give me a call. I'm going to make it easy for you. I'm going to put money in your pocket. However you want to say it. Again, this is just a guideline. Problem, intro, solution, action. You can do this scripting with this same format 1 million times. For buyers, for sellers, for move-up buyers, it's just identifying who your audience is. A move-down buyer, would you talk to them a little differently? But the principle is the same. You guys with me? Okay, are you guys starting to get nervous or are you good? Some of you are getting a little nervous. Some of you are feeling really confident. I'm getting some honesty here. I'm feeling good. Thank you for that. Okay, so does everyone have their description done? Description done. Give me a thumbs up if your description is done. My friends back there at closing table, I expect all you to be doing this too. See you all talking with your VIP coffee back there. Get your phones out. Come on. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. At the same time, we're all going to go live. And yes, it's going to be loud, and that's okay. This is an example of something that could get in your way of doing video, But it's actually really important to just be able to turn it on and do it, be good with it, and move on. No matter what, you're going to get social proof from this activity, right? Because they're going to see that you're collaborating with agents everywhere, and that's going to be huge. Okay, so for any of you who haven't done live before, just ask your neighbor, how do I go live? We're going to take a minute. Now you've added your description, and here's what we're going to do. I'm typing my description. We're going to count down. Ready? Help me out here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Oh my God, I'm here live with Lab Coat Agents!
Hey everybody, I'm here live with Lab Coat Agents. If you want priority access to properties, I'm collaborating with top agents around the country. And we're working to be able to bring you access. So all you need to do is get in touch with us. We want to save you time and money so you're not competing with everyone else. Just go ahead and reach out below or private message us. Look forward to talking to you soon. Nice job. When you're done, raise your hand. When you're done, raise your hand. Okay. How did you guys feel? Yeah. Now, I have to say I'm really proud of you all because you stepped up. I saw the few of you might have been faking it. You know who you are. I hope you can't sleep tonight because you missed out on an opportunity. So for any of you, was there anyone who got scared and chickened out that's willing to be brave enough to say it? Thank you. You are not alone. You're just the only one admitting it. So really quick, what's your name? Susie, if you had an experience like Susie, I want you to make a commitment to everyone in the room right now. You won't let this opportunity pass you by. Promise me right now, you're going to take action tonight. You're going to do it on the beach if that helps you feel calm. We've got the waves in the background. You can still talk about collaborating with top agents, even if you're not in this room. You guys with me? So I won't out you anymore, but if you had the same experience as brave Susie, then tonight, okay? If you know your neighbor didn't do it, make them. Make them. Because once you start doing it, it gets comfortable. I mean, you guys saw the beginning of the presentation. I was absolutely horrific. And those are still live, by the way. You guys should check out our YouTube. It's under the Keri Shull team. There's some hideous stuff up there. It'll make you feel really confident if you just go to our channel and watch the early stuff. You'll think to yourself, well, I cannot do worse than she did. So that's the good news. Okay, so how many of you liked the session today? You got a lot out of it. Do you have some questions? Is there more you need to learn before you feel confident that you could go out and actually be the mayor of your town? Is that a fair assumption? Okay, cool. Sam, will you do me a favor? Yeah. Will you go in the speaker room and grab those flyers? There's 2 boxes of flyers, so they have this information. So guys, right now I'm going to take a couple questions that you have that would make a difference in your business today about how to do the video strategy. Who has a question that's a burning desire to ask anything? And it doesn't even have to be about video. You can ask me anything. So we're asking about equipment and where we post, right? So dual question. So for me, this is John. I have tons of equipment now, but I'll tell you what, 99% of the time if you see me on social media, it's me with no microphone, sorry, and just my phone. Why? Because I don't really plan ahead. For me, it's kind of like I'm in a situation and then I decide, oh, I want to go live and talk about this, right? So you do not need a lot of equipment. However, there's lavaliers that you can buy that plug into your cell phone for like $25. So don't let that stop you. Would you guys like me to email you the equipment that we would recommend if you're on a budget? Yes. Okay, I will do that. I will make sure that you get an email where it goes through some inexpensive things to use. The other thing that I think the lighting is important. So sometimes if it's really shadowy and dark, people are not gonna click to watch because they're automatically gonna feel like they can't see you, they can't connect with you, they don't feel that connection. So we just use the ring light. That enables you to turn it up and down. They actually have a little tiny one that goes on your cell phone, so you can stick it in your purse, ladies, gentlemen, in your pocket. But it's super convenient and really easy. So that's something that I recommend. I don't want you to get tied up in all of the equipment though. You really don't need it. Even the like hardcore, if any of you see me recording podcasts around the property in the next 2 days, we're using a mic. It looks really legit. I'm gonna tell you a secret. It actually has paper that we printed out our logos and taped them on. It was $100, the microphone. So we're still using things that are inexpensive today just because we're cheap and we don't really need to spend the money. We don't need a $1,000 microphone. We're cool just taping it on and no one knows the difference. How many of you guys have heard our podcast? Like 3 of you. Awesome. There's a great opportunity to listen to our podcast, HyperFast Podcast. Okay, then the next question was where we post. So I'll tell you what. You heard Tessa Bella talking earlier about Instagram. Or not about Instagram. Whoa. Yes, Instagram. Wow. Instagram is something, I just had a baby, so I have an excuse. Baby brain is real. For me, I was not ever on Instagram until like 2 months ago. I didn't even know how to do the stories. I didn't know anything about it. Anyone else relate? Like I'm comfortable with Facebook, that's my jam, but I'm apparently too old to do Instagram, so I'm just learning. So I don't really go live in Instagram very often. I see it as a major opportunity, right? So it's something that I'm just starting to do. But most of the traction we've had was on Facebook. And the other thing, and you're gonna hear about this from Billy, that is phenomenal is YouTube. There's a massive opportunity on YouTube and LinkedIn. How many of you are leveraging LinkedIn in your business right now? Hey! My LinkedIn solution, there you go. Yeah, so to me, there's a lot of different platforms. There's actually, if you're interested in going on live on LinkedIn, you can apply right now to be one of the beta test people who get to go live on LinkedIn the soonest. I highly recommend that for anyone in the room that's taking this seriously and really wants to explode their video business. Okay, I'm gonna take one more question.
What's the best time of the day to go do pieces live? Morning?
So that's a great question. What's the best time of day? I think it depends on the platform and your audience. I believe that the different audiences that you're trying to reach, which this all starts by knowing who you're gonna try and talk to, are at different times. So as an example, my husband, who you're gonna hear speak next, is a crazy athlete. He's always training. So a lot of people that follow him are athletes, and he feels like he gets better traction really early in the morning, go figure, than later in the day. For me, I kind of bounce around and change the time, and I tend to post content about 3 times a day. Okay.
Where do you source all the ideas of things to post about the surroundings? I mean, I live in a small town, there's only so many restaurants, there's only so many pet groomers, so where do you source ideas to do your videos?
Well, so the question is, where do you source your ideas? And I think that in a small town, there's different kinds of stories. So as an example, I'm from a very small town where this rooster is like the talk of the town, Scio, Oregon. I'm sure none of you have ever heard of Scio. So if I were doing a story in Scio, I might do something about the rooster because everyone in town will relate. Or to Gary's example, Gary said, like, if everybody is ticked off about a pothole in the town, do it about the pothole, because everybody who drives into the city, or the stoplight that's out, that's intermittently working in the town, like, you can get creative. You can use for inspiration the newspaper. Or if there's a local blog, you can also use that because that's real-time feedback. Okay, you guys, thank you so much. I'm gonna pass out a flyer so that you guys have the information to get all the free stuff I promised. And I promise you, you will get it in the next couple of days. Thank you so much. It was a pleasure to see all of you today.
Hey guys, I hope you enjoyed that video. If you did, please give us a thumbs up, hit that like button, leave us some comments. We want to know your feedback, and share this with someone that you think could benefit as well. And if you want to see more great videos, click this playlist up here, or better yet, click right here to subscribe and turn on post notifications so you don't miss any of our updates.